Welcome, acolytes. Finally, some good news. Warhol Studio actually responded to Come Deliverance 2, to the drama. And it is way more positive than I actually expected. And that's, in my opinion, very good. If it's also your opinion, very good, acolyte. And if it's not, well, then I hope you lose your soul. Because you don't have one, so you cannot lose your soul. So there it is. At the end of the day, as I hoped that this entire freaking thing was a lie. And I got confirmed from what I heard from friends. Dr. Disaster will probably also confirm it. Let's just start.
What?
Thank you to Agent of Social Media Chaos for posting this. Thank you.
What's up, space pirates? This is your admiral, the devilishly debonair Dr. Disaster, and in this day and age, when the vast majority of game studios out there are combative with gamers, not listening to a damn thing that gamers have to say, well, it's pretty
instead of focusing on doing good games,
when a studio like Warhorse actually pays attention to what we're saying.
It took a while, but they did.
Okay.
For the past couple of days, the much-anticipated game Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which is set to release in a little over 2 weeks, that game has been plagued with controversy, where it was being accused of adding an unskippable scene featuring same-sex adult relations, which caused Saudi Arabia to reportedly ban the game from their country. As I said in my video yesterday, it's hard to believe that a company like Warhorse, which markets itself as being completely apart from all of that progressive nonsense, it's hard to believe they would go down this path.
Not just marketed themselves as such, but actually proven that they aren't. So yeah, there's that.
I am the chosen one. Now, that's better.
It's really sad, but these days, all it takes to set a company apart from the rest of the pack in the gaming industry is to simply briefly acknowledge gamers and their concerns. It only took about a day or so for this controversy to fester before Warhorse finally responded to our questions at the end of a live stream that they did, telling us not to worry and that we shouldn't believe everything that we read on the internet.
What we are offering.
Yeah, I think that's a nice ending. Trust us and don't believe everything you read on the internet. Take care, guys. Have a great evening. See you in the next time.
And by the way, thank you on freaking the Warhorse hosts and the Warhorse company itself. Gigantic. Thank you for everything.
Thank you!
Now that is a diplomatic way of answering what we have been wondering about. It's not the most satisfying answer that they could have given in this scenario.
Yeah, that's true,
I
but
wish they would have come right out and blatantly...
They're game makers. Not effing some agents that know corporate speeches, so there's that.
Said that no, there isn't an unskippable gay scene, and gay stuff is certainly not the focus of the game, but it's sufficient and it has me back to being fully excited about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And I'm not the only one, as we're going to look at in a minute here, but the game sales are still looking pretty healthy. Considering the track record of this studio and the fact that they have reassured us that they aren't going down a certain path, gamers should feel free to be able to watch all the footage of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 that's pouring out and saying,
"Oh, Christ! Now that is badass!"
Yeah, fair enough. No, I am quite happy that they did. I really was worried for a day, but hey, it is what it is. Now I'm a bit calmer. Still, learn from my mistakes. Do not pre-order. I always say it and still I please don't. So there's that, but you know.
Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and also, don't forget to follow me on X, where my handle is Dr. Disaster 1. But anyhow, The controversy with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
And by the way, because he forgot to mention it, he also has a list of DEI things that the actual companies that do DEI stuff. So, you know.
Is largely settled in my mind unless something else comes out to prove otherwise. We definitely need to remain vigilant. We have been backstabbed entirely too many times for us to just take things at face value. But it is extremely encouraging that these guys at Warhorse would acknowledge our concerns, even if only for a few brief moments. The thing is, that is the sign of a company that is plugged into what their customers want. They know that we are the people who will buy their games, as opposed to the modern audience. That so many of these...
All 84 of them, last time I checked. So, it's not zero. It's...
other studios kowtow to. I mean, do you think BioWare or Ubisoft or Obsidian or any studio like that, do you think they would have addressed our concerns? Their response would have been to get their community managers to call us names and to get their access media lackeys to write stories about how horrible we are for daring to question the decisions of our betters. So while this response from Warhorse may not seem like much, it actually means the world to someone like me who has watched the customer relations from all these other studios completely deteriorate over the years. And also, keep in mind that despite all these reports that Saudi Arabia has banned the game from the country for having same-sex relations in it, the game is still available to purchase on Steam in Saudi Arabia, meaning that at this point there is a strong chance that this was all a hoax. I have to imagine that there are a lot of people in the media who would love to sever the ties between gamers and a studio like Warhorse, who has consistently defied the media's ideological views and done their own thing. So, chances are, at this point, things are okay, and we can relax at least a little bit. Don't get me wrong either. We absolutely can't take things for granted that the game is going to be non-woke. I definitely urge people to wait.
I know what he wants to say, and yes, wait with the pre-ordering stuff, even if it comes out. I hope that at the same time I am just like, no, you can buy it because, I mean, Warhorse proven themselves, but the backstabbing, the actual being like, hey, you're bad because you white, you thingy bob. It's still there. It's still there. There is, I don't think so, but there is still a chance.
Until someone you trust has written a full review on the game before you buy it. Pre-ordering is foolish, even for a game as cool looking as this one. Enthusiasm for that game, that's great. I definitely have excitement for it myself, but it's not like they're going to run out of copies. So tapping the brakes and keeping your eyes peeled is prudent. But one thing worth noting, and this isn't necessarily a bad thing, mind you, but Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has dropped a bit on the Steam charts. They were as high as number 11 the other day under the top sellers list. They were neck and neck with Civilization 7, which was sitting at number 10. And in fact, if you look here, Civilization 7 is still sitting at number 10. But Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has fallen down to number 22. I have to imagine this is a consequence of people getting refunds for their pre-orders and or just people slowing down on pre-ordering as we all take a wait-and-see approach on the game. As I said, that's not exactly a bad place to be, at least not for gamers. It's not. But as for the sales numbers of this game, I reached out to my contacts in the retail world. These are people who, between them, either run or have access to the sales data of over 40 stores that sell video games in heavily trafficked areas. And About 2 weeks ago, when I covered the sales numbers of Kingdom Come, there were a total of 122 pre-orders sold in all these stores combined, which is pretty healthy considering how well that stacked up to Space Marine 2, a game that was definitely a huge success.
Yep.
Space Marine had sold 142 pre-orders in those same stores about a month out from its release. So, Kingdom Come was tracking behind, but not that much.
Correctly.
And in fact, now it has closed the gap with...
Yeah, and by the way, you also have to see this, that Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is a relative niche game. It's not a shooter. It's just basically an Oblivion in the Mittelalter. And at the end of the day, it still does really good, and it's just beautiful to see. Even after the little faux pas they got.
Only 18 days to go before launch, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has now sold 177 pre-orders in all those stores. For comparison's sake, at this same stage, 18 days before the launch of that game, Space Marine 2 had sold 193 pre-orders. And just for the sake of laughing our asses off at them, if we compare these numbers to Dragon Age the Veilguard, when that game was 18 days out from its release, in those same stores, the Veilguard had 45 pre-orders. That's
still
all.
too much, by the way. Still way too much.
You can really see the difference between a game that flops like Dragon Age versus a game like Space Marine 2, which was a massive success. Kingdom Come is still on pace to be much more like Space Marine than Dragon Age. And I expect that pace to keep up as long as them reassuring us isn't just bullshit. So, keep your eyes open, everyone, and maintain your cautious optimism. But I'm going to leave it there. Drop your...
Very good. I am so happy this actually happened. This is... it's so good to hear. It's so freaking good to hear. But... I mean, you only got some reinsurance, so there's that. But at the end of the day, I mean, that's enough for me right now. That they are just saying, nope, it's fine. I don't know. It's at the end of the day, if you did pre-order, fantastic. If you didn't, also fantastic. Maybe even better. That shows that you have way more willpower if it comes to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 than me. But hey, at the end of the day, I just hope this game will be freaking awesome for everyone's sake, not just mine, for everyone's sake, even for the people that don't like it, because that will actually force other companies to make better quality stuff. But as it is, good night.